Productions, CW4 Williams. Good morning, distinguished guests. Lieutenant Colonel Anderson, CW5 winner, Command Sergeant Major Thomas, family members of the soon-to-be basic course graduates, and most importantly, 255 Alpha, Warrant Officer Basic Course Class 0216. It is with sincere humbleness that I stand here before you today thanking you, Class 0216, for allowing me to be a vital part of this ceremony. I want to start by congratulating each and every one of you on a job well done. I am honored to say that I have had the privilege to see you excel during Warrant Officer Candidate School and now the 255 Alpha Basic Course. I am sure that many of you would have never thought that your TAC officer would ultimately be giving your basic course graduation speech, especially considering how we met on Bag Track Day. The standard and criteria to be selected as a warrant officer and ultimately 255 Alpha is much greater today than when I applied, which means a lot will be expected of you. I will discuss some brief thoughts about being a warrant officer and more significantly, a signal warrant officer during this speech. Look at your classmates to your right, left, front, and back. Go ahead, do it. Never forget that you have just formed a network that's stronger than any other the Army has to offer. That network is in addition to the greater warrant officer network that allows all of you access to a world of knowledge in a matter of minutes. Never forget that you hold that key to keeping that network strong, viable, and relevant. We are one of the Army's most valuable commodities. As of today, you will be a newly minted signal warrant officer. That means a lot. No longer NCOs. The first important thing you need to know is that you cannot straddle both worlds. That is to say, have one foot in the enlisted world and one foot in the officer world. You must make that transition. You were selected to become a warrant officer because of your successful enlisted past, in addition to the potential someone saw in you to be a great Army officer. As a new signal warrant officer, you must recognize that our power base is how we fit into the big Army picture. You must first understand that there are many different types of power. I will discuss 3 types of power: power of rank, power of knowledge, and power of influence. Do we warrants have the power of rank? Kind of, sort of. You now outrank more than half the personnel in the Army, but a newly minted lieutenant will always outrank you, and a sergeant major will call you sir or ma'am, but you really swear it sounds like son or daughter. So rank is not our real power base. We have 2 principal powers. The most significant and important is the power of knowledge. The second is the power of influence. Both of these powers go hand in hand. They're a couple. You cannot have one without the other. The power of knowledge comes from one's experiences and skills in your area of expertise. You must learn and perform your job thoroughly, meticulously, and you must continue to challenge yourself, which means it's a lifetime of learning and growing. The end result is that you will truly become the subject and systems matter experts, specialists, and authority in your craft. Once you gain the power of knowledge, power of influence will follow because your leaders, peers, and subordinates will trust, respect your knowledge and judgment. In fact, they will rely on it. Additionally, every day you must earn the respect of your subordinates, peers, and leaders. Not just in the knowledge of your MOS, but in your overall professionalism, which are the qualities that characterize and is the mark of a professional. Our professional conduct is paramount and sets us apart from others. It's imperative that you perform at a very high technical level. You also must provide your commanders with the most relevant advice and guidance. Your commanders are not looking for yes men and women. They are looking for professional experts who are technical, tactical, tactful, knows doctrine, tells the truth, and can give courses of action to various situations. As you become more senior, you must train and mentor all warrants and soldiers under your charge. which means you are obligated to set the example and be a professional officer at all times. Please note I did not say professional warrant officer. I said professional officer because you are an officer first and always. You must be prepared to win in a complex world. We are living in interesting times now. Just read or listen to the news. The world is in turmoil and things are not getting any better. This means the Army will demand much more of you now. You must be ready. The bottom line is, it's essential that each and every one of you be an expert in your job, be able to think outside of the box, and be adaptive. Since the only constant in this world is uncertainty and unpredictability. Speaking specifically to your craft, as you may have already noticed here in the schoolhouse, the 255 Alpha and 255 November rivalry is strong and deeply rooted. However, it is all in fun and will always be kept professional. That being said, form an effective working relationship with your fellow 255 November, 255 Sierra, and the new Cyber 170 Alpha. Emails won't reach their final destination without the LAN. Everything on the network must be protected, and services won't be accessible without a properly configured server. All these jobs are equally important. You are successful when you can effectively support each other as a team. Even though civilian education isn't currently tied to promotion, I recommend earning a bachelor's degree prior to being boarded for CW3. Increased institutional education helps to prepare you with being effectively able to articulate with others in various positions. It also shows that you made the time to better yourself in a world that has so much going on. Attend your PME as soon as feasibly possible. Keep your records updated periodically. Do not wait until the month before the board. Officers are physically fit. You must, and it is your duty to remain that way. Try your best to complete at least one military schooling a year. When the time is right, seek out broadening assignments. It is a great way to set yourself apart from your peers by showing that you can assimilate outside of your craft for a period of time and then coming back to educate those through your experiences. Begin networking now. There will be many times in your career where you will not have the answer. There will be other times when you will have the answer that another warrant officer will need. It is your duty and obligation to help a fellow warrant officer. I say again, it is your duty and obligation to help a fellow warrant officer. That fact gives all warrant officers peace of mind in knowing that through networking, questions will be answered after you have done your due diligence to fix the issue. Manage your time wisely. You will be busy as a new W1. You should be busy learning your craft. Your task is to cut your teeth in the beginning so that you have a good foundation to take you forward. That being said, you must find time for your family. They have played a major role in you getting to this stage in your career, and you cannot be 100% mission capable if home isn't in order. Finally, which means I'm almost finished, I want to say something to all the family members here. There used to be a saying in the Army, if the Army wanted you to have a family, they would have issued you one. That is so far from the truth today. You are the real backbone of the Army. Without your support and encouragement, we as an organization could not succeed. Again, I want to end by congratulating each and every one of you. I also want to say I'm very proud of you. Good luck in your future endeavors. The Army is in good hands. Strength and knowledge, Army strong. Thank you.
Thank you, CW3 Miller, for speaking to our graduates today. At this time, CW3